I just watched the live action Snow White. Here's my review. Let's recap! Disney and being on this hype train of making live action remakes, it was only a matter of time before they start to adapt the story of the first Disney princess, Snow White. And let's just say, as far as adaptation goes, this was kinda messy. I think first it's worth noting that the movie making of this film does play a huge factor in this becoming the lackluster movie it was. As you can kinda see, this movie plays in for two audiences, and it doesn't work out. See, a couple years back when we got our first looks of the film, it was shown that Disney opted to replace the Seven Dwarfs entirely with seven bandits. This was in an effort to avoid the backlash regarding little people, and also to please Peter Dinklage, who kind of lashed out about it. As you expect, this decision enraged fans, and in the end, Disney added the dwarfs into the film using CGI. Which was kinda weird, but even more weird than that, they still kept the bandits. Which resulted in a mix of the original movie and reshoots that just didn't work well with the story. For one, you have these bandits randomly placed within scenes that just don't bring anything to the story. And also, you have the Seven Dwarfs, which characters are feeling diminished, as you don't really get to know any of them besides Dopey. The CGI on these dwarfs are a bit weird, but it does kinda grow on you, especially when you get to know their characters. It just sucks that we don't get much more of them in the story, as we should have had. Really, this doesn't feel like a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake, rather a Snow White story with the Seven Dwarfs kinda mixed in it. Thus, the title. Getting to our Snow White, I understand she's under a lot of hate right now for the role, but I actually thought Rachel Zegler played a good Snow White. Sure, she may not look the part exactly, but her acting and singing definitely do make up for that. Something I can't say the same for Gal Gadot, who really didn't give off that evil queen vibe. Her acting wasn't the best in this movie, and also her singing is nothing compared to Rachel Zegler's. Talking about the songs, I actually enjoyed the songs in this movie. I had my feet tapped for most of them. I liked the rendition of the classic tunes, and also liked that they added new tunes into it. Really kept the movie different. And that's probably the only different thing about this movie that I like. As the film did try their hand at changing up the story a bit, but those changes didn't really add to the story in any way. More so, they act like filler arcs that were mashed in to make things different. I will give the story props though when it comes to keeping things the same with the classic tale. As when it comes to replicating these classic scenes, they actually look good in live action, and also, it kinda hits that nostalgic factor. I haven't seen the classic film in so long, but after seeing these renditions of iconic scenes, the film just comes back to me. So that's something I could really appreciate from this film, that it can bring back these iconic moments. Really, with the whole mess of making this movie, I'd say when it comes to Snow White, this isn't the best of Disney remakes. Here's my score.